Hey there, guys, and thank you for watching the 7th episode of Will Stanley Reviews. Thank you so much for watching these. I really appreciate it. And for my 2 subscribers out there, thank you for that. I hope there's more to come. Alright, so I got a special one for you today, as always. I don't know if I got the miniature version of this book or what, but it is called Manage Oneself by Peter Drucker. And this is a great book, great one to reference all the time, come back to over and over again. Just remind yourself the principles that he tells us in this one. You might remember I reviewed one of his books previously already. Actually, it's right there, called The Daily Drucker. This one's what I said you should read 1 page a day. It's kind of like a journal-like entry. But let's get into this one now. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the 3 keys to success that this book tells us. Number 1, or step 1, find your strengths. Many people think they know what their strengths are, but they don't. I'm telling you this right now. They don't know, or you may not know what your strengths are. Like you see it all the time on these talent shows like America's Got Talent or American Idol, if that's still even going on. People get up there thinking they're great singers or great painters or great performers in general. And they go up on stage and shit the bed. They don't even realize it, because they never had someone to tell them that they suck. Ask people around you, genuinely ask them, and make sure that they're comfortable when you ask them these questions. Ask them to tell you what your strengths and what your weaknesses are, what they see at least in their minds, and get multiple perspectives on it, and the predominant one is most likely going to be the right answer. So if they tell you, you're not a great listener, but man, you know how to talk and you know how to persuade people to do things. There you go, that's your answer. And you might have thought it was the opposite way. But once you find out and truly know what your strengths are, focus on those and just become sufficient in everything else. A jack of all trades is a master of none. I don't know who said that, but whoever did, they are one smart individual. Now, step 3, kill your bad habits. We all have them. Mine used to be biting my nails. Like, kill those bad habits. We all have them. Some are worse than others. Just try and work on them each and every day. Figure out what they are first, like figuring out your strengths and weaknesses, and just try and kill those bad habits. Now, let's get back to this finding your strengths and weaknesses type thing. We as a society like to think that we can be good at everything. It even goes all the way to our presidents. They don't even know what they're good at. Prime example, General Eisenhower before he became president. He was a great speaker. He was big and rah-rah, rev up his troops, get everyone going, and he was a great leader. But when he was a general, he would get written down what he was supposed to talk about, or the issues at hand, an hour before he was going to go out and talk about it. And then when he became president, and it came to the press conferences, when the press would ask him questions, he would completely butcher it. He would just go completely off topic, and not on purpose either. He would just go off topic and go and start talking about anything but the question at hand, because he didn't know he was a reader and not a listener. Answer this question yourself. Are you a reader or are you a listener? If you're watching this, a book review channel, you're most likely a listener. But if it turns out that you really are a reader, then stop watching this right now. I'm doing this for you guys. Stop watching this right now and go and pick up something and read whatever you need to read. But if you're a listener, keep watching and keep learning. Now, let's get on to something a little more personal end, if this wasn't personal enough for you. But manners are the grease of life's machine, or the machine of life. People think nowadays that just because Steve Jobs was a dick to his employees and Bill Gates kind of has the same reputation, that to be a great leader, you have to be stern, you have to be mean, you can't just be nice to everyone. That is completely false. Life is much easier if you are nice. I've learned this from personal experience. I'm sure a lot of you have already, but some people just do not get it. They think they can just be complete assholes and they think sometimes that'll cause them success. If anything, that's just going to build even more roadblocks ahead of you, as if life doesn't give you enough already. Come on, just be nice. Say your pleases and thank yous. And on this note, I'm going to take my own advice and Peter Drucker's advice and say thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Oh, before I go, comment below what your strengths are and how you're going to work on them.